Hey everybody, I'm Backstage here with Ian Bremmer. You're a global risk strategist.
I am.
That is a fancy sounding name with Eurasia Group, and you're the author of Superpower, 3 Choices for America's Role in the World. And you were fantastic on the panel tonight.
Thanks a lot, man.
How did you feel like it went?
I thought it went great. I mean, we got to talk about the book, got to talk about the world. It was pretty seamless. Nobody was too mean to each other.
The conversation, not the world.
Absolutely.
Right.
No, well, the world is going to hell a little bit, right? I mean, we'd rather if we weren't really talking about big global issues. I mean, the fact that right now we're in the 2016 election period, and we have candidates that are actually stepping up because of foreign policy. It's like, what is this, Canada? I mean, we don't care about foreign policy. We don't know any of these countries.
Not for a long time.
We understand that things aren't going so well for us around the world.
And in the book, you outline a couple of options that we have going forward.
3 options.
Yes.
I can go through them real quick.
I would love it, yeah.
So indispensable America is the idea that, even though we don't want to be the world's policeman, if we don't do it, no one else will. And so we have to support our values, democracy, human rights, free markets. We have to support our allies. We have to support big global institutions that we created, because otherwise it's going to get worse.
Was that sort of the Bush approach, would you say?
Yeah, that was the Bush approach after 9/11, certainly not before 9/11, and it's certainly what some of the candidates are talking right now. Moneyball America, a second choice, was kind of what Hillary did as Secretary of State. The idea being, look, don't promote our values all over the world. The Chinese don't want to become free marketeers. The Russians certainly don't want to become Democrats. And don't try to do everything. If NATO allies aren't going to spend money, NATO's not that important. Focus on the allies that really need us, that want us, like in Asia, and on adversaries that are ultimately going to form the biggest problems for us, like China. So a real pivot to Asia, for example. A reset with Russia. Get rid of Gaddafi, but don't try to fix Libya because that's too much money. The third option is independent America. Independent America says these first 2 options, indispensable and Moneyball, both sound great, but the fact is we don't actually want to follow through on them. And if you're not going to, the worst thing you can do is talk big and not actually follow through. And so basically that says lead by example. Focus on American values at home and stop with all of these commitments that aren't actually working. And today was Bill Maher very clearly said that's where we need to go.
Do you know that we're going down one of those paths right now?
Oh, I wish we were going down one of those paths. No, what we're doing right now is neither of them. We refuse to do a strategy. For the last 25 years, since the Soviet Union fell apart, we basically said risk averse until something happens, and then we run and react, and then we do it again.
And that doesn't work very well?
Well, I don't know. Our allies don't like it, and our adversaries are taking advantage of it. And for the last few years, what have we been saying? We say, Assad must go. Doesn't happen. ISIS must be destroyed. Who's doing that? Russia must leave Ukraine. I don't know. China must stop cyber attacking us. And this is a problem, and there's a reason why Obama's approval ratings aren't bad. They're over 50, but his foreign policy ratings are in the 30s. There's a reason why, I think, despite the fact the economy's rebounded, healthcare is rolling out, it's pretty popular, people spending money, but in terms of U.S. foreign policy, it actually is in decline. My concern is when I look at the presidential candidates today running for 2016, none of them convince me that they are prepared to take the leadership and the commitment to stand up for Moneyball or indispensable. So saying independent in part
independent's what we can handle.
Independent is, at the very least, it's a challenge to other leaders to say, you know what, I know we can do this. Prove to me we can do more. Make me want to vote for it.
Ian Bremmer, thank you so much for joining us Backstage. And check out his book, Superpower, 3 Choices for America's Role in the World. Very interesting read. And, make your choice. Put it in the comments section.
Thank you very much.